Yeah, welcome to Everything Under the Sun reaction channel, where we discuss everything under the sun. So push that like button, subscribe to the channel. Push that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Quit playing with me.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face. Man, fuck all y'all niggas. What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men. It was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Somebody hit that girl in the head with a brick.
Yeah, so I'm guessing, right?
All that shit that them dudes be doing, running up and doing all them pranks, and y'all ain't nobody never did nothing to none of them, but you gonna hit a girl
But
in
look,
the face with a brick?
but look what she did. You see what how she did. You see the video how it started off, right? She got
I
down.
mean,
She smacked
I
him.
seen, yeah, she smacked him, right?
So I mean, I don't know if it was that guy, but it might have been another nigga that smacked her back. So it's like everybody ain't feeling the same about your joke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
But a brick is a lot of bit too far,
oh, it's big.
nigga.
Yeah, most
Like
definitely.
it's a female. It's a female at the end of the day. Like a female, you know what I mean? Like you grab them or do something, but come on, man. All this pranking that's going on out here nowadays. There's some pranks worse than that. Niggas ain't breaking nobody or shooting nobody. I seen white boys going down in the hood
Yeah,
pulling pranks.
doing big pranks like nigga. Get the
Yeah,
fuck
like
away
stuff
from
that
me,
could get
prank.
you stuff that could get you killed pranks.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, but whoever hit her in the head with a brick, um, yeah, I hope when they get locked up, them niggas deal with them. Cause that was some
Mm-hmm.
hoe ass. That was some hoe ass shit,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah. That
I
was.
mean, I understand that she putting her hands on people, but you could have like cussed her out. Yo, don't be doing that shit. What the fuck, that bitch? Don't be playing with me like that. You know what I'm saying? You could have
Mm,
took that. You could have took that route, right? So at the end of the day, that was some hoe ass nigga shit. Whoever did that, gonna pick up a brick and hit a girl side the head. So that's my take on it. That's crazy.
yeah, it made me think about the. I don't know. Did you hear about the college football nigga that killed the bitch because she didn't want to holler at him at the club? I gotta be specific.
Hours is Alabama star Brandon Miller's involvement in an incident that resulted in the death of a 23-year-old mother named Jamia Harris. For those unfamiliar, here's the deal. Let me catch you up on where we're at. Last month, former Alabama player Darius Miles and his friend, a guy named Michael Davis, they were charged with capital murder. Miles' gun was the alleged murder weapon. Davis reportedly was the shooter. We've all known all of that since January 15th. Then, on Tuesday, just yesterday, we learned more, specifically that Brandon Miller, Alabama's five-star freshman, best player, is reportedly the person who brought the gun to the scene of the incident. That's what police detailed Tuesday in court. They testified that Darius Miles texted Brandon Miller to bring him his gun after he and Michael Davis had a run-in with Jamia Harris and her boyfriend. In the simplest of terms, it appears that Miles and Davis were trying to talk to Harris. She wasn't interested, told them she had a boyfriend. Then her boyfriend, a man named Cedric Johnson, reportedly told Miles and Davis, like, hey, it's time to move it along. And that's when Miles reportedly told Miller to bring him the gun. He did. And then Michael Davis eventually got the gun and reportedly said to Cedric Johnson and Jamia Harris, quote, I told you I was going to get you. And then he started firing into the vehicle, at least 8 shots. One of them hit Jamia Harris in the face. Minutes later, she was dead. And now we know the gun that was used to kill her was brought to the scene by a projected first-team All-American for a projected #1 seed in the 2023 NCAA.
I heard about that a long time. That was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year. I did hear about that. Yeah,
Like,
that was like
what's
last year.
wrong with these niggas taking rejection so bad, though, bro?
I forgot about that shit. Because, man, the anger be getting to the best of these niggas out here, bro. I mean, niggas be mad in the moment, man, and just do some more goofy shit because they can't handle what's happening right then.
Yeah.
You know? That's what it is. You know, pretty much. That sound like to me. Motherfuckers is you know, they just can't handle. They can't handle stuff not going their way sometimes. Spoiled ass nigga.
It's so excessive, though. It's so
You know?
excessive, bro.
Yeah, niggas want to kill somebody because of stupid shit. Like killing a female, though, bro. That's like, or smacking a chick upside the head with a brick. That shit is savage, boy. That shit is barbaric. That shit is like, what else is you doing? Somebody who ever did that, they, you know, they ain't got no respect for women. They be beating shit out of women.
Right.
Whoever that was who did that, that was a nigga who just, you know, don't give a fuck about no female at all.
But that's fucked up.
That just
that
happened.
way. Just because she ain't want to come with you. Just because she ain't want to fuck with you.
Yeah. I mean, look at it like this, right? Okay, you remember back in our day, right? It was that, well, fuck you then, bitch. Well, fuck you then. After you just got done hollering, hey, baby, yo, you look so good. You look so, you know what I'm saying? Then as soon as she be like, no, I got a man. I ain't trying to talk. But I got to go. Well, fuck you then, ho. So it's the same thing, right? But the nigga he took action behind that response, that feeling. It's the same emotion, though. I dare this bitch tell me no. Man, this bitch know I killed this. I beat the fuck out this. I killed this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how a nigga feel, man.
But then
I
too,
don't
you
know.
gotta think about it, like I showed you the video, like she had all that sass going on, so ain't no telling what she said to a nigga that really set him off in that fashion.
The brick though, bro.
But she had.
You could
just think about the sass she had going on. She probably, oh, you broke ass nigga. You look at your shoes. You probably went all in on them. You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody out there like that. So
we don't know though, right?
I don't know for sure.
I don't really know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the detail, but I can't think of what she could say to make him pick a breakup though. Like
she could have dissed him. Just think about it. What if she dissed him and then slapped him?
I mean, I could see a nigga jumping on her or something. I mean, even though that ain't right, but
That ain't right.
to pick a brick up though, that's like, ain't that extreme, bro? Like whooping like putting your hand, hitting her back, and you know, or something like that. It would have been more natural. It would have been more something that wouldn't have been as weird. It would have been like, okay, I see what happened there. This nigga just one of them niggas that can't keep. You know, he got a bad temper type shit or whatever. His response, somebody hit him. His first response is to hit him back type shit, right?
Right.
But your shit is you thought about what I could grab, nigga.
Yeah.
And looked around for a minute and seen something and was like, I'm about to grab that, and then picked it up, and then
walked back,
and then launched it. Yeah. So that's a whole lot of thinking before you do that shit, bro.
True.
So it's like.
I ain't think about it on that aspect. I ain't think about it like that.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. Cause if a chick smack you, your first response is gonna be to get back real quick. Cause I remember this chick hit me one time, and I
it's reflex. You smack back.
Yeah, my reflex. Yeah, like choked her real quick. Right? And my homie grabbed me and pushed me up against the wall, and me and him was scuffling. I was like, man, get the fuck off me, bro. Yeah. Bitch just hit me in the face, but I ain't gonna.
The reflex wasn't to go pick something up.
Reflex don't make you go look around for something to pick up, dog. And that was some malicious shit right there. You know what I'm saying? That was this bitch hit me. I'm about to kill this bitch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She don't know who the fuck she fucking with. But people crazy. That's why you can't be out here playing these. That's why I told Jules and them, don't be doing these pranks, man. It's gonna get to the point to where you gonna start seeing people get really hurt about these pranks in a minute. Watch, because people getting crazy.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers already been getting hurt by them
People
pranks.
crazy. That's what I'm saying. So, and they be doing extreme pranks because it's like that's what gets them the views
Yeah.
and the money, whatever. So they gonna go all out with the prank at your expense, and you ain't getting no money off it. But it's just the thing. It's all in fun because she ain't really slapping people hard. I seen from the video, it was like a little play slap.
Yeah.
It was like she didn't even. It ain't like she just whack left a hand mark on the side of the nigga head. You know what I'm saying? She ain't leave no hand mark on the nigga head. Slap you real hard. Now it was a little love tap.
I know
So
tap cut. So I done been in like 3 different situations where I said I used the right words to hurt motherfuckers hard enough for them to get there and really want to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on me hitting them. It was just from what I said. So it just like it just imagine if you know what I'm saying, the bitch walking through and goddamn you try to holler and not only do she say no, but she stand there for a second and humiliate you and read you, you know what I'm saying, in front of all these motherfuckers, then slap you and then attempt to walk away.
I mean, you let all that happen. Like she slapped you. I mean,
But words can hurt, bro.
Yeah, words get hurt. Well, I'm just saying that the brick though, that's like if he had a gun on him, he'd have shot her, basically.
Yeah.
Because that was the level of anger that he was with her. Yeah. So I can't see me getting that mad to just throw it all away in that moment for that type shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not about no bitch. How many times you been in the hood and a bitch then turned up on you in front of everybody and you out there trying to argue back and it ain't going your way and shit, niggas is laughing or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it ain't uncommon.
It's these new motherfuckers. They don't know how.
Where
to
I come from, it ain't
Huh? It's these new motherfuckers. They don't know how to really communicate in person.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to be in person to person. They're so used to the IG and the shit.
Yeah. People nowadays, I see a lot of good people still though, bro. It's like I think it's the same really. It's just now that everything is visualized that we just seeing stuff that we normally wouldn't have seen. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's what it is. Cause think about it. You don't see that shit every day. We walking around, we be seeing all that crazy shit. But we turn our phones on, we turn on Instagram, we turn on TikTok, and whatever else, we see all that shit. Cause everybody got phones. So I mean, it's always been people that's like this, and it's always been good people. So I don't know how worse it's getting. I just know because when I be listening to Malcolm X and Farrakhan and all them talking, it sounds like they talking about today's times.
Right.
So that lets me know that it's always been going on. It's just that now that we got these cameras, we can actually see it, and it hit different when you can see something rather than being told about it and hearing about it. So I think that's the major difference nowadays. Because if you look back in the 90s, the murder rates was high as fuck then. Yeah. Higher than it is today in a lot of cities. You know what I'm saying? So it just wasn't no phone cameras for you to see everything crazy that people was doing. The 90s was crazy.
Yeah. That whole crack era from like 86
the 80s,
to
the 90s.
To 90s, all the way up to 2000.
Yeah. It been crazy. Shoot. They was getting, cities like New York and places like that had like 600-700 murders in a year. You know what I mean? Yeah. Back then, like Chicago numbers today. Yeah. But it wasn't no social media to really glorify as much as they do nowadays like that. You know what I'm saying? You got King Von all over every damn, all them Chicago boys all over every blog and all over the YouTube and everywhere, you know what I mean? So people know about everything. Yeah. The music have changed. I mean, they wasn't no real killers on the mic like it is nowadays. The killers wasn't on the mic back then. That was the only difference. Now the killers is getting on the mic. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the only. I think that's
still
really
killing.
and still killing. So I think that's the key difference. Because once you a killer, you ain't gonna just turn it off.
Now you could use the killer to get you on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
You grow that street cred from killing the motherfuckers. Now you top rapper.
Yeah, cause look at the dude that killed King Von. He dropping music. He ain't that good, but everybody tuning in because they know he got Vaughn scalped. So that's just what it is nowadays. But see, back then, the niggas who killed Tupac and Biggie and all that, they ain't had no social media to run on and put a mask on and say, yeah, I was the nigga who did that. That nigga shouldn't have got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't had that luxury to do that.
It was
Like they
just
do
starting.
now.
It was on two ways and shit. Nobody wasn't really paying attention to that shit like now.
Yeah, it wasn't no YouTube yet. It wasn't that, So if it was YouTube, I guarantee whoever did that would have put a badge on and got on there and got the clout. I mean, just a little bit of clout they wanted to see on their page. They wanted to see what people had to say about it and shit.
Yeah.
They just want to see, even though they got the mask on, they can't really reveal themselves. Cause that's what they do nowadays. They snatch a boy chain, or they even kill a nigga and get on there and say, yeah, nigga,
And show the
and
chain.
show the chain, everything, got the mask on, So it's just unfortunate, bro. Like, I mean, it's just really, to me, it's just this phone is just giving us a deeper look at what's really happening in the world, where we ain't had that luxury back in the 90s and the 70s and shit.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Because niggas
all the TV stations in the world still wasn't showing this shit because they had standards. You know what I'm saying? So you still wasn't getting a real read on what the fuck going on.
Right. They had standards, and then like the media, they didn't want you to see certain stuff. Now they want you to see everything, But they were trying to hide a lot of stuff from you on TV back in the day. They ain't, it got gradually looser and looser. Because do you really think about it back in the olden days when you watch TV, when I'm talking about the days before we was born, like when you would watch a black and white or something and motherfuckers is sleeping in separate beds and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You think they really was sleeping in separate beds in real life?
Hell no, they were trying to push a narrative.
That was for TV, bro. They just didn't want to show any type of thing like that on TV. You think people wasn't gay back then? They was gay as fuck back then.
Liberace.
Yeah, they was gay as fuck back then. But the thing is, they wasn't allowed to show that shit on TV like they allowed to show it nowadays. Yeah. So it's just about what the government and what the media and all of the other bigger people that's in charge of what gets shown and what's not getting shown is what the difference is. Like all that police brutality shit that we seeing, that shit been going on. I've been sitting here listening to, like I said, I listened to them old speeches from them old activists, man, and it sound like they talking about right now, like still. It sound like it, bro. Like I'm listening to that shit, I'm like, man, ain't nothing changed. It sound like they talking about what's going on right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just my opinion. And, I don't know.
One thing that's different is how these motherfuckers is looting right now. They used to loot after a riot or some shit. Motherfuckers just are looting right now. They just running up in stores and taking over.
Yeah. I think the reason why that is, though, is because of the economy, bro. Like anytime something makes people people who middle class that make $60,000, $70,000 a year or more, or whatever, they ain't really feeling it as much when we having what is it called, recession or inflation and all this stuff. They ain't feeling it like we feeling it,
right.
or like people that's in the hood or people that's below from poverty level be feeling it heavy, bro. So when that happens, then you seeing what's going on ever since COVID, and then the economy got bad. Now we got people. The crime rate as far as burglary and stealing stuff is going up because people poor, and it was already poor to begin before it happened. So now they, it's like, that's I think, when the economy get bad, it breeds for people to steal.
Yeah, more crime period.
Yeah, crime period. People going to steal, especially crimes that's involving theft.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they feel like they got to kill you to get whatever they trying to get, and it just turns into a deadly armed robbery. But the whole reason why they trying to take from you is because they ain't got shit, and that's what it boils down to. If everybody was eating, then you wouldn't have this type of thing going on.
Right.
You got niggas who got $1 million around their neck around niggas who ain't got $2
$20 in their pocket.
Yeah. So and showing and pulling out big money and coming around with the pretty girls and pulling up in whips and online talking about shitting on you niggas and I'm doing y'all niggas is broke nigga. Y'all, like taunting the nigga basically.
Yeah, yeah,
They're basically taunting niggas to come try to do something to you by the way you carrying yourself about it. You don't hear J. Cole and Drake and them really bragging about their bread like that because they smart enough to understand they don't want that type of attention.
but too, you
They
gotta
already
realize though, you gotta realize that it's two ways to that, cause a lot of that ball and talk motivate the majority of real niggas. It's only a small number of motherfuckers that take that as, you know what I'm saying, insult and
right,
go out
right,
and do it like that. The majority of real niggas take that shit as motivation. Like, I'm gonna get mine too, nigga. Get out there, do that
right. But
shit,
how many
nigga.
real?
Do that shit, nigga. But
Shit, how many real solid niggas has it ever been?
I say
Like
the majority, bro. I think we hear about the few, the foreign few that take that real risk that I'll kill you for what you got. It ain't a lot of niggas that'll take that risk because a grown man know that if I go to kill somebody, it's possible I'm gonna get killed too. So a lot of motherfuckers ain't willing to take that risk. It's the small number
okay,
of niggas that willing to take that risk.
okay. Think about. Okay, I'm gonna put you in another state of mind. Okay, I'm gonna take you out of Atlanta. I'm gonna take you out of Gwinnett County right now, and I'm gonna put you back in Memphis for a minute, right?
Okay, let's go. Let's ride. Let's ride.
All right. What I was saying was, you said that basically you think that the majority of people is good niggas and they ain't gonna try nothing like that, right?
Right.
What I was saying was put yourself back, take you out of this environment we in now, and put you back in your old environment in Memphis. And I'm gonna put myself back in Homewood in Pittsburgh.
Oh wow.
And I'm gonna say if if a nigga blow up and he around there with gold chains on and he ain't known for being no killer, even if he is known for being a killer, he might have to watch himself. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of niggas in them environments, they gonna cut your head off for $1 million you got it around your
Yeah,
neck.
cut your head off for 30, 30
That,
racks,
that,
20 racks.
That's what I'm saying. So we talking about the neighborhood. We talking about in our culture. We talking about like niggas who go back to their hood and where they come from with that shit on and doing all that shit, bro. That's the majority of the people that's in them areas. They gonna risk it all. They already risking it all anyway. Every day going
Every day.
outside selling drugs
Yeah.
and doing whatever else they do.
But
So they see
one rock can take your life away.
and they see a nigga that they apply. They got girls setting niggas up. Man, yeah, man, you can't really, that's why the certain rappers when they go to certain clubs and stuff, they don't even be weird. When Lil Wayne came to Ohio to my pop club, he ain't have his jewelry on. You know,
Right.
that's usually considered as a sign of being soft or scared for a rapper sometimes. But Wayne was like, man, fuck that. I
But
ain't wearing no jewelry over here.
yeah,
These niggas gonna, it's gonna be a problem. So he ain't wearing no jewelry. Um, I hear 50 Cent preaching to take the jewelry off when you go to certain places. I hear any smart nigga gonna say that because majority of people who ain't got nothing, they gonna if they ain't gonna do it, they gonna tell somebody that do got the balls to do it. They gonna try to get it done to you. Like, yo, I know that nigga, it's a lick. That nigga be slipping, man. He be out here just acting like it's all sweet out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call him up and yeah,
yeah,
it go down like that. It ain't even got to be the nigga that's behind it ain't even gonna be the man that might come for you. He gonna tell somebody,
yeah, yeah. That's
you
true.
know. So it's like everybody know a nigga that in the hood, everybody know a nigga that's on that type of time right now. So if you go tell him, yo, I know this nigga around the corner that got it, and he's soft, and I don't think it's gonna be an easy. I think it's gonna be an easy lick. It's gonna be a lot of niggas jumping at that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's sad, but that's how it go, bro. And I don't know what else to say.
It's still a small number though. You gotta think about it. It's still a small number of niggas because just think about niggas like you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on that time no more. So you know what I'm saying? There's so many motherfuckers that just want to be straight and narrow that I think the numbers is like probably about a 80 to 20.
Yeah, the numbers is small, but not in the hood. And I think it depends on your environment. In this environment, the numbers are small, but in Memphis, the numbers ain't small.
Nah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you in Memphis, bro, in the hood, in some of them bad neighborhoods down there, the numbers is large. You know what I'm saying? The numbers, it depends on where you at,
Yeah.
where you go. That's why they say when you get the bag,
But you
don't
know,
be chilling back in
but
the
at the
hood.
same time though, our Memphis, the numbers ain't even about the paper. Those numbers is high because niggas just disrespect each other. It's like you can get it at the gas station. It ain't got nothing to do with no kind of paper. You just did the wrong thing to the wrong nigga. So
Yeah.
that kind of changed the vernacular. Like niggas might try to take you out and they ain't think about your paper in Memphis. You know?
There's no certain nigga, bro. You keep staying out here on that same type of time, somebody gonna you go your luck gonna run out because you out here doing too much hot boy shit. You taking from niggas that live right in your vicinity,
Yeah.
that know you, that know people that know you. So it's like I don't know about that. That's why I did my little robbing in the beginning when I was real young, but I got off of that type of time real quick.
Yeah, I got off of that
You know,
quick. That's good
yeah, I
right
was
there.
doing. Yeah, I was robbing, taking people's shit, bro, and doing all that. But and then, it just got to the point to where I don't want to take nothing off nobody black no more. First of all, because none of it's like taking off yourself at this point,
Yeah,
you know, because it's like we ain't got nothing. You
yeah,
taking off,
yeah,
you
same
know,
boat.
yeah. Like, come on, you trying to get something? As soon as you get something, I come take it. You know what I mean? As soon as I take it off you, somebody come and I'm brown here,
Yeah,
and
somebody
then
come
somebody
take it
come
off
take it
you.
off of me. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, just transfer.
So we just take it from ourselves
Hey,
at
but
the end of the
one
day.
thing though, man, it's crazy. You said that it is your homeboy from New Orleans, right?
Yeah,
I really hate to be racist or like hoodish or cityish or whatever, but man, every nigga I ever met from New Orleans was on that time, bro. It was ready to go, like
yeah,
TTG for 100%
yeah,
of the time. Every nigga I ever met from New Orleans was ready to go. I mean,
yeah.
getting it.
Well, you gotta be like that down there, from what I understand, or you ain't gonna survive.
Yeah,
But from what I understand, I mean, it's like a place like Chicago or Baltimore or uh, you know,
nigga, Pittsburgh. Shit.
yeah, Pittsburgh, Philly. There's certain cities, man, that cats come from. That Detroit, where it's going to be a different level of aggression,
Yeah.
than it is in certain other places. So, you got to know what you're dealing with. But dude, Buddy was, he was a cool dude. He was my homie, man. He was like, he was cool to his friends and shit, bro. But he was just doing too much dirt in the street. And I used to tell them, they were like, but you don't be worried about you robbing all these niggas around
Yeah,
here. These
somebody gonna
niggas
see
ain't.
you eventually.
Yeah, he be like, man, them niggas done seen me. I done came up there, nigga, and that nigga went in the house, nigga. I done came down. He was hoeing niggas too.
Yeah.
After he done done it to niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like they was scared of him. But what I'm saying is that ain't gonna work with everybody. There's gonna be that one nigga that ain't scared of you, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
And you done took off him, and he got it in his head that, oh, I know who he is, and I'm gonna get him back. And that's how this is gonna play out. And that's how it plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just look at King Vaughn. The boy jumped on Quando, and he from Chicago. He think, okay, so you telling me you would have jumped on your op in Chicago, fist fighting, and while he got his homeboys with him? Like that's how y'all play it. Y'all don't play it like that in Chicago. So why did you come here and make that mistake? Because you thought that it was sweet. You thought that niggas in Georgia didn't shoot as fast, or you thought that, you know what I'm saying? That's what you was thinking. You had to been thinking something like that to do that. You know what I mean? That's why you got your top blown off. Because you was putting your hands on somebody that you shouldn't have been putting your hands on in that situation. That wasn't the right situation to put your hands on that boy.
Oh yeah, for
Out in
sure.
front of no club. Out in front of no club while he standing out there with his peoples. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know who is who. You don't know who he with, who what they got on them. What makes you think they ain't gonna shoot you just like they do in Chicago? So I'm me. I think of everywhere like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I don't be thinking like, oh, I'm in Georgia and I can't. I can just come down here and do shit to these niggas that I wouldn't do in Pittsburgh because they softer and they ain't gonna be on shit. That might have been true back in the days, man. Like when
Nah, I don't
when
think it was true then. I think it was just goddamn motherfuckers had the wrong idea. Cause niggas been getting popped out here all the time for coming out here trying to take over.
yeah, they did because they had it.
New.
Yep, because they had that thing when the Miami boys back in the day
Yeah,
came
shit.
did that, and then they started getting them niggas back, and then the New Orleans boys came down there and did it, and they started getting them
Started
niggas
getting
back.
them
So
back.
yeah, so it's like eventually they gonna start. At first they might, you might be getting off at first because you hitting them like that. It's gonna be a shock to them. They don't know what's going on. But then once they figure out what y'all own and what's going on, they gonna be like, man, you know what, man, fuck these niggas. We about to run these niggas back out of town, bro.
Yes, sir.
We got to get these niggas up out of here. They fucking all our hoes and they taking off our blocks and they killing us.
The Cali niggas came, they got pushed back too.
Yeah.
I remember everybody that came tried to come through Atlanta, but I don't know. I ain't involved in it, but from what I see, they always push back.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh had to push back on Detroit and the Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit came down there and they was taking over shit for a minute back then, the 80s and 90s and shit. Niggas started killing their ass, and then the Jamaicans the same thing. They was up there on the rah shit, doing all that killing and shit, and the niggas started killing their ass back. So it just humans are gonna fight back eventually, bro. If they peaceful in the moment and then you come down with war, they're gonna adapt to that situation that you putting them in. So that's just no matter where you go. I mean, you go to the small country town. After a while, them niggas gonna be banding together to do something about what y'all got going on. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just glad that I'm in a different space in my life where I ain't even,
Morris Production.
Yeah, one life to live, and I put that on me. Stepping with the 10 toes down on my feet, and never too proud to get down on my knees and pray to the Lord that He keep me safe. And if I die before I wake, I know my God don't make no mistakes. I pray to the Lord my soul to take, but while I'm still here, too much money to make. Strategize with my brothers, we gon' make something shake. Put my third eye through this life, navigate. Hey, do you like P&B on a dinner date? And for these young boys, I gotta demonstrate. I get in detail, let me elaborate. When I meditate, I tap into my higher self till one day I levitate. Surviving the trenches, these niggas was hating, they tried to rob me. My guardian angels was with me, I'm feeling like Robbie the God body. I'm gliding, I'm riding, I'm sliding, and no, these niggas can't stop me. Don't take my swagger, my heart, my confidence for being cocky. A nigga, a soldier, you ain't supposed to ever show fear. Without no motion, you ain't going nowhere. No matter what, you gotta overcome and persevere. Yeah, the struggle is real. Every time I think about it, I bust into tears. Ain't gonna impress no damn body just as long as I can face the man in the mirror.